Naptime are 4-8 in the OWLET League, sitting in 14th place. They need a win tonight in order to climb up the table. 8th place is what they're going to be targeting for. They need a playoff spot, and a win starts that tonight. Band, by the way, though, are 8-3 and sitting in 4th place. They're looking to solidify their ranks at the top of the league and make sure that they are known as one of the best teams in OWLET. It is Naptime and Band, by the way, tonight on Sunday Night Overwatch. I am your caster, Hodahori. Thank you and welcome to joining us today for the OWLET tournament. It is week 7. We are in the beginning of stage 3, and it will be a match between Naptime and Band, by the way. Let's take a look at the matchup today. It will be 4 maps, and the maps dedicated today are Numbani, Ilios, Horizon Lunar Colony, and Gibraltar. There will be a tiebreaker on Oasis if they need it, but both teams here very familiar with these maps, except for Horizon Lunar Colony, in which this is one of the 3 new maps added to the stage, along with Blizzard World and one other one. So let's take a look at the overall standings between the 2 maps. As I said in the intro, Naptime here sit in actual 13th place. They will need a couple wins here to solidify their slot into the playoffs. So a win today will be huge for them, for them to climb up the table and get into a playoff spot. Band, by the way, are sitting in 4th place and are looking pretty good with a plus 17 differential. They want a win tonight to confirm to the rest of the league that they are one of the top 4 teams playing in Overwatch. They are going to be title contenders, as we had discussed in the stage 2 recap. Let's go to the tail of the tape between the 2 teams and let's take a look at the records on the map types. It is Naptime. Unfortunately, with their losing record, they have a losing record across the board on all of the Assault, Escort, Hybrid, and Control maps. Band, by the way, though, on the other hand, are very positive, and look at that Escort record at 10-3. Band, by the way, are fantastic on Escort, and that will be our first map to start off with, second map, excuse me. It'll be our last map to start off with, but let's take a look at all the individual categories of these maps. Naptime, not very good here on Numbani or Ilios, but they're looking to improve on that. Band, by the way's record's not really that great either. 0-2 on Ilios, 1-1 on Numbani. But look at Naptime's record on Gibraltar, 2-0 versus 0-1 by Band, by the way. It will be huge. So both teams are still setting up and getting ready to go. When we come back, it will be Naptime and Band, by the way. We will be starting on Numbani. So stay tuned. We will be right back. Welcome back, folks, and we are in Numbani. This will be the first map today here in the 9 o'clock game of OWLET. So Naptime here, having a couple of, I think they might have picked up a couple of players here, as Don Zeppe now plays for Naptime as well as Brave PLM here. So they're now going to be charging in. They're going to be on defense first with Band, by the way, here on offense. Technician, the main tank here for Band, by the way, looking like he's going to go in with a dive defense, with a dive offense here. So they're going to be sort of pushing in and trying to dive here up onto the high ground. It'll be up to Brave PLM and Rich Hobo here to do a lot of the DPS carrying with regards to this map. So therefore, let us take a look. So they are in the assembly stage. Nothing really too crazy here. Sent sailing for a Naptime, looking like they're going to be defending here either on one of the edges. So Syfan will need to protect and help Sent Sailing. He's not in a Diva, so he's going to be in a Zarya, so they're going to be looking for grabs here and possibly combining with Rich Hobo's Tire in order to sort of take out the aggressors here coming from Band, by the way. 35 seconds here left on the clock. They're still setting up, and once they get started, we will be heading into this first attack here on New Bonnie.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
In the meantime, for those who were in the general chat, there was a great article written about the league by Katrina, who has casted with me here before on the channel. So go ahead and you should go ahead and search general and go ahead and check it out and read it. It's a great publicity article here about OWLET and about the players and how it's a great place for sort of amateur players to sort of spread their wings. So 2 seconds left here on the clock. Now they're going to get started. Let's see what Band, by the way, does. They're looking dive here, so I'm wondering which direction they're going to go. They might just go straight up Main Street here in order to sort of attack it, but instead it looks like they're going to go around and go all the way around. It looks like they're going to be following Foxer. Foxer here, who has been featured on the best of plays of both stages here with some crazy bombs. So let's look out to see what Foxer is going to do. It looks like Technician dove in and immediately got shot by Brave PLM here on the high ground. They lose their main tank and they're going to stop. That's actually really, really good cognition here. Turtle Shiva not even going to risk rezzing him. He took way too much damage going in there, and they're just going to hold here, waiting for the rest of, waiting for him to come back. And looks like here, Naptime here are content to just sort of sit on that back high ground and just wait for Band, by the way, to sort of come at them. Here they come again here, now going on the attack, and now Technician and Foxer need to be a little, and it looks like Technician here will just sit on the point in under the bubble, but he immediately gets melted. But their first kill goes to Rich Hobo as they're going to try to fight here on the point. They try to sort of get as many more and any more kills, but it looks like they're going to be staying in this tight death ball. Very, very cool here as Brave PLM takes out Lokai. But trades here coming back and forth. It looks like Sharpstown took out Brave PLM, so they lose their Widowmaker here, so that's a big kill. And McNaney Sir actually gets taken out. That might be the cue for Technician to jump on in, and that's exactly what he does. He sees the Mercy down, and he's going to go in after some. And it looks like Sharpshot here, excuse me. Sharpshot will take 2 down. Foxer takes out Sent Sailing, and that is it. That kill on the Mercy was huge. McNaney Sir getting picked off, and that is not what they want. Brave PLM takes a consolation kill here on Lokai, but that's going to be it. That's going to be first point here to Band, by the way. 4:30 here left on the clock, and it looks like they're going to be continuing on this dive. No real changes coming out of Band, by the way. The defense here is going to be setting up behind the bus, behind Sent Sailing here. So no changes here either. They're going for this ground and pound tight defense here against Band, by the way. Technician here just trying to look for a spot to sort of dive in. He sort of can't dive in, though, because Foxer is right behind, sort of helping with the payload. So Rocket's coming in onto Sent Sailing, looking to see what is going on. But Technician, Brave PLM here with another big kill on Lokai. Great Widow play here by Brave PLM. So now no Widow here to sort of press the action to keep them tight. And it looks like Sharpshot here is in the back line. Looking to see, but he's really, really low. Looking to ult here. Lokai gets his revenge on Brave PLM, and McNaney Sir goes down again. Losing the Mercy again is going to be huge. There's the cue for the dive. They were looking for that pick, and it looks like Lokai has positioned himself on the high ground, just creating this crazy flank here against Naptime, as Naptime has to collapse here, and they're probably going to end up giving him point B here, relatively easy with only one fight, but yeah, they're not going to be able to come back. They're establishing their defense here right around the corner, as now they're going to be going in point B here, 4:39 here on the clock, and Band, by the way, have not had any real issues here. They did have a false start on point A, but that is about it as they come through the tunnel choke. Sensailing here holding on the corner. Watch Sharp Shot here. He's on the high ground and he gets PLM with a great reflect. Fantastic kill, and here comes a Foxer bomb. They've got to be careful. Foxer gets McNaney again. It is just going wrong here. McNaney getting picked off just at the wrong time, and now a blade here into the back trying to take out Donzepe. Absolutely does, and Sharp Shot here trying to finish off Saifan. Saifan doing his best, but he's 1-on-3 onto the point. Rez comes back here onto Lokai, who was taken out earlier, and the payload is still moving here. PLM here has switched over to the Doomfist, hoping that they can do anything, but it looks like Mailman here with the Transcendence looking to sort of stall out the point as best they can. The engage here on the point is going to need here. Here comes a big Graviton that catches a lot of Band, by the way, in it. And Sensailing and Hobo get the kills they need. That's going to stop him here. Point C here, very hard on Numbani to finish off. There's going to be a retreat here from Band. As Band go back, they had to be careful there. They needed to make sure that they called out all the ults. And it looks like they weren't counting Saifan. Saifan had not used the ult leading up to the point here. So they need to remember when they're sort of finishing off a kill like that, that they want to make sure that they get that. It looks like a pause coming in from Y Omega. And we're going to go to a transition image here. We'll be back. We'll be back as soon as this is over, but with pauses, it looks like there was a disconnect here that was coming through from Lokai. I'm going to mute the background audio. So once we get this pause all settled up, we'll be right back to this final part of Numbani here. They're about to take point A with 3:10 left here on the clock. We are back, and it looks like here the pause just in time. Lokai, who had disconnected, is able to come back. It looks like he was booting up his computer, some disconnect issues, along with internet gaming. That always is going to happen. So let's take a look at what is going on right now. So McNaney, sir, when we're looking at ults, it really is going about one ult here. That's the only one available, and that is McNaney, sir, for Naptime here, so no ults here really anywhere else as they are starting to engage. Sharp Shot actually does get an initial kill here on Brave PLM, so they lose a DPS here for Naptime, so they're going to make this fight even harder as they're actually going to be engaging right here onto the point. Sailing actually takes Technician out, and Fox are sending a bomb way back into the back. Doesn't really get anybody, but moves Sailing off the point. PLM finally comes back and takes Lokai out, so they're going to be able to sort of push back here. And Band, by the way, looking like they're going to have to retreat and reset. 2:15 here left on the clock, and there's going to be about, I want to say about 7-8 meters left to go. Pretty decent amount of distance here. They're going to try to push this back all the way to the first corner here. And Technician coming again here on the Rhine. Now, it looks like Sharp Shot and Mailman will have their ults available here, so it could be that we could see a Dragon Blade come out here to sort of finish off Naptime. Let's see what happens. PLM here guarding the flanks to make sure that doesn't happen, trying to see if he can catch the Genji. As they engage here, it's just going to be a lot of... Here it comes, and here comes the Transcendence here. Don Zeppe with great timing, but the Earthshatter comes in and gets McNaney, sir, but McNaney, sir, is able to sort of get out of the way and make sure they get a little bit of push here, and Technician gets sent sailing down, but trades coming here back and forth as Technician then goes down too, and another, it looks like Sharp Shot went down too. Foxer going in, trying to do anything into the backline, gets killed. They're holding on here. That fight took about a minute, so we're about 1:15 here left on the clock. If another fight of that length goes on, Band, by the way, here are not going to be able to finish this map. So Naptime here with an opening. Eternal Shiva, Mailman, and Foxer here all have their ults. Look for a big bomb here from Foxer to sort of maybe either engage or finish off this fight for Band, by the way. Naptime here has to depend on the Earthshatter here from Sailing. That's gotta be huge. It's gonna hit, and it does! It heats Lokai right in the face! They're gonna go right after Technician. The bomb is actually sent in, does not get anyone. The Pharah in the air here, trying to do anything that they can. Sharp Shot here trying to get anyone, but Foxer's in the back. But too many. It could be that there's too many lost here as Rich Hobo pops the rally here, and a Graviton actually pumps in. Sailing gets knocked down, but he's really, really close. Graviton there saved by Mailman. Transcendence coming. Technician here is in deep, and PLM is going to be looking off to finish people off. McNaney, sir, goes down to the Deadeye from Lokai at range. Don Zeppe has to pop the Transcendence as they're going to be on the point and fighting for their lives. They want to make sure they get this point. Shiva here using the cart to block. Foxer going big with 2 kills on PLM and Don Zeppe. They're trying to finish this off. They're in overtime. Spawns are going to last a little longer here as McNaney's are trying to make sure that they get Syfan, but Syfan here staying alive here on the point. Can anybody get back? Don Zeppe here now on the Moira. Too late! They do get the finish here on Numbani, but they do it in overtime. So there is a chance here for Naptime.
Switching sides.
Naptime here need to finish and have over a minute here on the clock for a push in order for them to not draw this map. So minimum here is they have to complete. And this map has not been kind to Naptime, but they did look pretty decent there on that .3 defense. It is a notoriously hard point here for it to break, but now Band, by the way, here, Technician going on to the Winston, looking like they're going to go in for a dive defense here. Very interesting. Maybe they want to sort of capitalize on mobility, because most teams here will attack with the Winston, and you see Sailing and Syfan here positioning themselves here on the dive. So you're looking at the Winston Diva for the attack here to make sure, but the Winston Diva defense here is a little unusual. We see Lokai here also on a soldier. This is not not unusual here on this point. Lokai will position himself on one of the high grounds here in order to sort of get himself. The dive here will want to sort of take him out. The idea to target would be one of the supports, or even if you can nail the soldier out of the way, get him out of the way, it will be big. So he'll probably position himself either in the back corner or the sort of the top of this bridge that's right above above the Unity pauses line, and that's where he's going to be sort of looking at. So 17 seconds here left on the clock, and no real changes here. Rich Hobo here will be going to the Tracer, so probably going to try to use the Tracer to distract a lot of the bum line before they dive. So there's going to be a little bit of coordination that's going to be needed here as you need two teams. So therefore, 3 seconds left here on the attack, and let us follow Naptime on their initial attack here on Bonnie. As they come through, they need to pick a direction. Where are they going to go? Then Sailing actually stops because Rich Hobo gets picked off, but PLM gets a shot, gets a kill on Sharp Shot. That's going to get res. So is Hobo. So no harm, no foul here. It's just going to be no reses as they go in. We're going to be following Sense Sailing here. It looks like they're a little hesitant. Maybe they haven't decided which way they wanted to go. They meet Foxer and Sharp Shot here right on the high ground as they come in to engage. They're trying to back off a little bit. They don't want to get picked off here by Lokai and they immediately dive on Lokai. That is the target that they are going to pick. He doesn't get him though, as Sense Sailing gets taken out there. Have a lot of healing and a lot of support here to help him out. No main tank here for the push. Might be too much for Naptime, as it looks like they're going to have to go back and retreat. Brave PLM here looking for a pick, maybe to help out he can. The Zenyatta here, Donzeppe trapped here up on the top, gets killed by Foxer, and now it's going to be a hard retreat here as Lokai positions himself through the top here, trying to see if he can get any kills. McNaney gets the resin just so that they can bring Donzeppe back. Now they're ready to sort of push in again. They want to make sure that they can get a target. It's about getting a kill here. Rich Hobo dying doesn't help though. No Tracer, no res. So back go Naptime. We're at 2:32 here on the clock. The Tracer will be able to come back though, but they might want to change their angle of attack here. So looking at what's going on here is they position themselves on the high ground in a way where they've sort of split the team. Half of them are on one side, half of them are on the other. So the idea here maybe will be to sort of focus on one of the other sides, getting away from maybe Foxer or maybe diving in onto the far side. But it looks like here they're going onto the ground, and they do get a DMEC on Foxer here. That is big, and Lokai gets taken out by a Pulse Bomb, and what a transcendence here by Donzeppe. Be able to keep the team here while they're sort of trapped in the little small area. Genji Blade here by Sharp Shot here will go into the back and take out Donzeppe, but they might have lost too many already. As Ed DMEC here back onto Foxer. Foxer gets taken out, and this will be a take for Naptime. Fantastic job there. Good coordination. Good coordination kills. Hobo taking out Lokai there right after the engage was a huge kill with that Pulse Bomb.
Objective lost.
Now, they have 358 here to navigate themselves through the street phase. What ended up happening before is they could not get a solid defense here against Band by the Way, so they'll need to get a solid, fast push here through point B in order for them to sort of have a chance to sort of get to the end there and maybe try multiple times here on point C, because it is a notoriously hard point. Diva Bomb here by Foxer sent in. There's really no shield, and no! Big bomb sent in there. That's going to be an immediate reset here by Naptime. They're going to have to run back towards their spawn. Syphan here getting chased. This might be an opportunity for them if they can sort of get Sharp Shot out, who was out of the area, sort of split up with the rest of the team, but instead they're not going to be able to. Mailman here looking to get a pick as they come out the door. Not necessarily good positioning here. He could theoretically get dived on there, and that would be very, very bad for Band by the Way. So, but Band by the Way has done is essentially they've made themselves an extra fight here. Winston all popped in the back here just to cause havoc, but Donzeppe takes out Technician. He was melted. He ulted and he died. That's all he was able to do, and he died in a position where he wasn't able to res, and they've used the Valkyrie here to just sort of make sure that they can push through, and now it's a matter of taking off the remaining members here of Band by the Way. Oh, Pulse Bomb takes out Lokai, but Rich Hobo gets taken out. That's a trade I'm willing to take. McNaney gets the res on Hobo, and they're still able to take and make room for themselves. They need to keep pushing here. Sense Sailing is going to come forward, try to take out Technician, but Technician dives into the room here. The target is going to be Donzeppe into the back, and that is what's going on here. The Genji is in the back. They're peeling for him now, making sure they stay alive, but it's not going to happen. Mailman, though, gets picked off by Brave PLM, so this fight is going to continue. Technician goes down again, and that is a big, big kill here, but it looks like the kill feed going too much into the favor of Band by the Way. Since Sailing goes down, sort of a bomb here into the back, gets Eternal Shiva and Lokai. They're close enough to the spawn here that they're going to be able to use that. The team, looks like Naptime here are going to be desperate to get a push off here while the Mercy are going to be off. They could probably push this 4-on-4 if they wanted to, but maybe they want to wait for Senseiling to come back. Here he is. They have a window here. There's no Mercy coming back. The Mercy is still waiting to come around the corner. Technician here's got to be careful. It looks like Sharpshot got taken out. And then now a Diva Bomb here just to sort of stall. PLM finishes off Surfshot and a Earth Shatter here just to make sure that they get the rest of the team as that payload here gets the push. Technician gets killed, gets in the back here again. He's ulting, trying to stay alive. That he's going to be able to because he's going to have a ton of health here, just trying to sort of make sure that they do not give up the point. Rich Hobo here, D-Mex Foxer, but they finally get him down, and point B is taken. They're going to only have about 2:32 here left on the clock. Did anybody get a bad spawn? Yes, PLM and Senseiling got bad spawns here, so they're going to need to make room for themselves here as they come through. Rich Hobo, let's see what he's doing. He's way in the back here. He's already moved forward ahead, anticipating the rest of Band by the Way here to come around the corner and attack. Looks like a Diva Bomb gets sent over into the air, and it gets Lokai. That is what they were looking for here. Transcendence does nothing because it is burst damage, so there was really nothing Mailman could do about it except stay alive. But 2 counter kills here from a grenade by Eternal Shiva that has basically turned the fight around. McNaneeser gets a good res here on Senseiling as Foxer is stuck in the back. She's going to get taken out here. Might be. No, she's still alive. She makes it out. Oh, no, she died. Oh, it's a shame. As now here, it looks like PLM with the tire, but it was sent right into the area of damage, so that tire does not get what it needed to. Needs to make sure that those tires go really sort of around and get to the flank here. Saifan here on the Diva is going to have to sort of go in there and dump the ult percentage, and in order to sort of switch, there we go. Minute 17 here left on the clock. Naptime here have to finish. They have to finish in order for them to at least have a chance at a draw or at a win, because now they're going to get in under 1 minute under the clock now, so therefore they're not going to be able to have sort of a take to themselves. They're going high ground here and trying to sort of change the point of attack here. As they're going through the high ground, they're going to come around and see if they can get behind here. Great defense matrix there to make sure that Slapshot doesn't really do anything, but Rich Hobo gets taken out. They're going to have to burn the res, and they're going to have to come into big Earth Shatter there. Gets Technician on the charge, but a great Transcendence is going to save him, as they're going to have to burn their ults here, and this is not looking good for Naptime. 32 seconds here left on the clock. They need to look to die quickly so that they can reset. That's exactly what they needed to do. So 30 seconds here left on the clock. They're going to be able to touch. They just need to wait. They don't have to be a little too patient, too sort of jumpy here. The payload is right there underneath the bridge. They're able to do what they're going to be able to need to do. 10 seconds here left on the clock. They need to touch with 3 seconds remaining to start overtime. They get to the payload here, and Technician is the only one. They're going to try to bait them here around the back, just into the line of sight of Surfshot here. Donzepe being as aggressive as possible. Foxer gets the bomb in. That was a great Earth Shatter that caught Senseiling, unable to shield himself, and he gets taken down. They had to burn the res, but that was at the cost of McNaneeser's life. Brave PLM takes Foxer down, but that's not going to be enough here. Band by the Way are going to take New Bonnie, but it was a very, very hard fight. So let's take a look at this play of the game here by Sharpshot. And this was the barrage here at the very end. Does take out Rich Hobo. What they were trying to do, stays up in the air. They're not going to be able to get to him. And fantastic fair play here by Sharpshot. So we're going to go into halftime. At the end of the first map here, we're going to go into the standings as they're going to get ready. The next map will be Ilios. So once we come back, it will be Ilios between Naptime and Band by the Way. We will be right back.
always use more heroes. Could always use more heroes. Could always use more heroes.
が敵を食らう
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
優が我が敵を食らう
Now arriving at Ilios.
Welcome back. We are heading into Ilios, and I am joined here by my co-commentator, Vixen Omega. Vixen, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm alright and you. Sorry I was late, but how's the game been so far?
The game's been excellent. Band, by the way, are now up 1-0 here on Naptime as we head into Ilios, as they're starting to assemble their heroes and getting this fight started. Band, by the way, really want to make sure that they can clean up here against Naptime and solidify their status here as a top 4 team. Naptime are looking for a win. They want to climb out of the non-playoff contending spots here and get into that top 8. So what do you think here Naptime's going to do here with that? Do you think these comps here are a little right, or do you think Rich Hobo's not going to play that Bastion that we see?
Well, I don't. Oh no, there it is. He's swapping off.
Yeah. So it looks like here they're going to go here with a modified. I'm not sure. I don't see a main tank here yet. Sun Sailing here, still on the Reaper. So there he is. So there looks like they're going to be going on to the Rhine Zarya, just to end sort of the Moira. So they're looking like sort of a holy triumvirate comp here is what I call it. Whereas the opposing side here, banned by the way in blue, will be going very similarly with, but instead of a Zarya, they're going to go Boxer, who is a D.Va specialist. With those bombs, are going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, so in the engage here, Sun Sailing will be coming in through the right side and will be attacking Foxer right away. Technician actually gets into the fight here, but Grumpy Zero gets a huge huge initial kill here on Don Zeppe, and a charge comes in, will send Sailing flying. Catch Chunks gets killed, and that looked like an easy fight here by Band, by the way. They're going to capture this point relatively easily.
Yeah, right when that first pick with Dawn, that was just it. I'm actually surprised to see him on Zen. I know he's a really great Ana player.
Yeah, so like it looks like here that maybe Don is being like sort of pigeonholed into a role that's based on what they need here on the point. So that's probably what we're seeing. So I know that he can be a flex healer though, so he can be everything. And now the engager starts. Cat Chunks here going forward, but Rich Hobo gets taken out here by Mailman. Big kill. Naptime having huge issues on the engage here, and they're not coming in clean. Foxer gets demeched, but that's not really going to stop them from getting rolled here as Grumpy Zero and Lokai get some more kills and sends Naptime packing back into their spawn.
Yeah, that was a pretty good hold they had. It looks like they didn't come in together as a team, or something had happened after that first engagement whenever Rich got knocked off.
Yeah, it's really hard for them, like, to be coming through some of these narrow chokes here. Ilios Lighthouse is just somewhat difficult because you get sort of trapped up in the middle by all of these little narrow passageways. There's no clean way to come in, and PLM this time is the person who gets picked off. They're just sort of rotating who dies first here, coming through the point. They're gonna have to commit to an engager eventually, but Sensailing here is sort of holed up in the room. He doesn't want to give up any space, and it looks like Mailman here is looking for somebody to sort of come back from behind. They're gonna fall back a little bit. They don't want to give up too much, but the last thing that they want to do is die, and a charge comes in by Technician that takes out Rich Hobo just as Sensailing gets taken out himself. Another reset here coming in, and this is just not looking good at all for Naptime.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It almost... Did Shiva really need to Valk right there, or was that just using it so that she could build another one?
It might be that it could have been actually just a fat finger here, but they're pushing on Naptime really badly. Here comes Sensailing and Hobo here. They need to get to the point. 94% here. They're going to try to rush in. They're trying to wrap around and prevent Sensailing from making the point. 98, 99. He gets there with 1 percentage point remaining, and Rich Hobo though gets taken out on the way. Don Zeppe here coming in, trying to just sort of hold the point as best he can. There's really not much that they can do. He gets taken out here by Technician's Hammer, and a Graviton though catches the rest of Band by the way here, but there's really no follow-up. Earth Shatter comes in, big Shatter coming in, and a kill on Mailman just as his Transcendence wears off. Shiva here gets the res off, but they get sent off the point. No! Band by the way there take first point here on Ilios.
Yeah, that last push was a pretty close one.
Yeah, pretty close push there by Naptime. They were looking to see if they could get anything onto the point, but those engages there not working at all for Band by the way. So I mean for Naptime, excuse me. Band by the way take an easy point here on Ilios. So now up against it, Naptime here need to win well here, and this is just one of those maps that's going to be somewhat difficult here. I'm wondering if we're going to see pulled pork from both sides. That's exactly what we get here from Technician and Foxer and Catch Chunks and Sensailing. Though no Lucio. I've seen teams actually will run the Lucio here instead of a Zen in order to see if they can get some group kills or a little bit of just mobility with regards to the healing. But here comes the engage, following in Band by the way, and on to the point. And now both teams are engaged on both sides of the wall here. It'll be key to see who gets the hook. And Foxer gets sent into the hole, but they trade kills here. Foxer, unable to just sort of do anything, gets immediately hooked, was on the wrong side of the shield. The point unlocks here, but really no advantage to either team as they had lost both players from one side. Coming through, Lokai here is in front of the shield. They want to make sure Catch Chunks here can't put the shield back up. And a mini grab here just to sort of center the team, but nothing doing. Both teams here now at full strength as they're trying to coup. Watch for Foxer and Sensailing Hole, and Technician gets this time sent into the hole. That might be the cue to go. That looks like it. Looks like Foxer and Lokai here trying to sort of hold up as best they can. Another big bomb though gets into the back, so kills going both ways here. Lokai gets sent sailing, and Foxer gets sent into the hole again. That's twice now. But nobody here has been able to take the advantage here onto the point. Finally, it is Naptime here with this point take, but the fight will continue on as Mailman here is still behind a pillar, just refusing to disengage. Sensailing here looking for a kill. If Mailman gets killed here, that'll be a terrible stagger.
Yeah, it would be. Since Sailing's getting a lot of great hooks. He's got, what, 3 so far?
He's
Those
got
are some great picks.
Yeah, there's some great picks here, and Lokai here trying to sort of focus, come from behind, immediately gets stunned and killed. Oh god, that was awful. So that he didn't have a chance there, popped the high noon, didn't get anything. Now sent Sailing here with a quick ult, trying to sort of keep Band, by the way, trapped in the back. Coalescence now comes out here by McNaney, sir. Catches Grumpy Zero, but Grumpy Zero catches Don Zeppe in the face with a pulse bomb, and Foxer gets sent into the hole again. Just bad luck here. Sent Sailing is winning this hog battle into the hole. I'm telling you, Foxer is going to have Sent Sailing in his dreams. Dreams here. Just seeing that hook come right at her face. They're going to have to disengage again here. Mailman here almost got hooked again here by Sent Sailing, but now they're going to retreat. Both supports here going to have to fight. Mailman loses her Mercy Coil, and now 63% here on the take, and it looks like Band, by the way, here are going to have to try again.
Yeah, if anything, they're gonna have to go for Sin Sailing first, because they're just so consistent getting those hooks.
Yeah, those hooks have been really good here. Foxer has to be careful, and Mailman this time is the next victim to Sent Sailing's hooks. It's just, oh man, it's just, they just need to take him out. There's nothing they can do about it. The bongo goes down now and is trapped. Band, by the way, here on Ilios. Lokai finally gets the bongo down, but they're finally getting some percentage here as Foxer gets the ult, but Sent Sailing here with another ult. Foxer unable to sort of do anything about that, gets Sent Sailing's ult into the face. 99%. Is there anybody on the point? No. Band, by the way, concede the well to Naptime.
Wow, those hooks. My god.
Those hooks were amazing, and Band, by the way,
hooks made the match.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got to believe that that's going to be sort of, those hooks are going to be your candidate for play of the game, as the game loves environmental kills. As we go into the tiebreaker here, it will be Ruins, and we're going to see PLM and Lokai go face to face here in the Widow duel. PLM doing really well initially on Numbani Point A, catching a lot of kills here on the Widow, so they're going to need PLM to sort of work that magic again here on Ruins. So it will depend on who gets the first pick, and whoever gets that first pick, the other team will be a little bit more aggressive. Saint Sailing here not going to the Winston. Instead, they're going to go Reinhardt Diva here with Cat Chunks. With Cat Chunks here on the Diva. Lokai gets the kill, so PLM loses the duel immediately here, and now it looks like the engage has started right away. They're going to go on the bridge here, trying to see if they can sort of compensate for the fact that they're not going to be in the Widow site, and see if they can catch anybody there. No, it doesn't look like it. They're refusing to fight here onto the point. They finally jump onto the point, knowing that the Widow there will have some free shots at the point. Donzeppe actually takes Foxer out, playing on the Brigitte there, and they take out Grumpy Zero. Lokai able to get Cat Chunks out of the mech, and Sent Sailing goes down to Mailman here. So no percentage takes here, but the advantage now looking like with Naptime. PLM takes out Lokai as Foxer gets demeched, and this is the opening that they were looking for here. But a Winston ult here on the point, trying to sort of misplace everyone, and Technician here trying his best. Lokai gets a revenge kill on PLM. These Widow duels have just been going back and forth, but the advantage here with Naptime as Technician here on the point, trying to be kept up here by Shiva as best as they can. Grumpy Zero here unleashes the dragon into Naptime space. Nobody here left on the point, and finally Band, by the way, will cap point A.
Wow, that was a really long cap.
It took forever, and I think it was because the fight just kept going back and forth. Nobody could really get an advantage there on the point, and now
the only real picks were the Widows picking each other.
They were picking each other, and the thing about it is the Widow duel is the PLM needed to get the kills because they have no mercy on their side. Oh, and Cat Chunks takes Technician out. Are they going to have to burn a res here? The team comes in. No, they don't elect to res Technician. He is on a Winston though, so he will be able to come back relatively quickly. But it looks like Foxer here and Grumpy Zero trying their best to sort of hold on to the point. They lose Grumpy Zero, and now a Diva Bomb here onto the point in order to sort of see if they can sort of zone everybody out. They get Sent Sailing though. How? I have no idea, but they lose their main tank with Technician coming back. So Trade's coming here, but Shiva goes down. with no Eternal Shiva and no main healing, that's going to do it here for Naptime. They're going to cap the point, but only giving up 45%.
I'm not. Did you see how they got the Rhine with that bomb? I didn't even see how they did that. Must have been another Rhine bug.
Yeah, it might have been another Rhine bug here. The Rhine being really, really buggy. I was calling a tournament earlier today, and there was a Rhine bug that cost the team a win. So really, really bad here what's going on with regards to Rhine. Lokai takes out PLM, no res available on the side of Naptime, so they're going to have to wait for PLM to come back. But they're pushing their advantage here, trying to get as much space as they can, but kills going all the way up, Banned by the way, trying to sort of keep them fighting off the point. Finally, it looks like Hobo here trying to sort of delay and get as much percentage as they can. That's going to do it. Probably only about 39, 40% maybe. Yep, 40% here for Naptime. Really respectable.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad take.
Not at all.
It's going back and forth, so this is a really nice, even matchup right now.
Yeah, neither team wants to sort of give up this point with regards to because they end up literally giving up a win here. Lokai takes PLM again, so PLM now I think is officially losing this duel, and now he's switched over to the Pharah. That is gutsy, considering that Lokai here on the Widow on the other side is going to be sort of targeting him exclusively, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get any sort of kills here. Looks like a bomb gets sent out here, will take Eternal Shiva out, and that is a kill that they needed. Catch Chunks gets killed, but they get the kill that they want. No mercy here on the point is going to be key here with regards to retaking this point. Since Sailing takes out Grumpy Zero, they just need to make sure they fight on the point. Earthshatter gets Foxer here in the back, but they're going to be blowing their ults to sort of delay this all the way to 99. Foxer takes out PLM and McNaney, sir. And my goodness, Donzepe here trying to do anything that they can, but a Dragon comes here trying to sort of zone out the point. Rallied by Donzepe, and they're going to try to stall here, 99%. It looks like they might as well just retreat here and give up the point, make sure that they can fight a 6. That's what they're going to do. Mailman here trapped in a terrible position. He could get staggered if they decide to if they started to go after him. No, but it looks like a Coalescence here was popped right away. Maybe it was an emergency here to sort of keep the team up. He gets away with it. Mailman is in a dangerous position as now they re-engage. These fights are non-stop. Technician actually jumps right on in with Foxer as they sort of fight here into the pond. They want to make sure that they get this point. Transcendence now comes here by Mailman, but Foxer got demected at the time. That is 2 dragons in a span of 25 seconds. Grumpy has just been doing work here on the Hanzo, getting as much damage as he can. Grumpy, but he gets taken out here, 74% on the top. Now it looks like Shiva actually pops the Valkyrie to get the res off on Foxer, who can remech. If they can get her in the mech, they do. So this fight will continue. Nobody's still down on the point. And now a Diva Bomb here to sort of zone out the point. Technician goes down to PLM. PLM not showing any negatives here, going to that Pharah. Lokai unable to sort of take him out into the air. And now it looks like Banned by the Way are going to end up losing this point. 97, 98. Can they get back? Grumpy Zero backcaps here. Saves the point here for Banned by the Way. Naptime had pushed forward. They do get 3 kills. It'll be a matter of time though, as Technician has to sort of jump off the point. Foxer here on the last stalls, trying to do anything that she can to sort of stall. They're trying to get her. Eternal Shiva here keeping Foxer alive. Eternal Shiva diving onto the point. Banned by the Way, we cannot lose this point. It's just a matter of time though, as they are staggering like crazy. Foxer, they need to just focus fire and make sure they take Foxer out. That's gonna do it. And even out this fight, Naptime take Ilios 2-1.
Yeah, that was a really close match. That back cap by Hanzo was pretty clutch in helping them try to save the point.
Yeah, it was really clutch here, but it's all to do here. Naptime giving Banned by the Way all they can handle here on Ilios. We're going to go into a break here as we are at halftime, tied now 1-1. Banned by the Way and Naptime. Join us here in a couple minutes, and when we come back, it will be the next map. It will be Horizon Lunar Colony. Horizon Lunar Colony will be the next map when we come back. Banned by the Way, Naptime tied at 1.
always use more heroes.
Yuga 我が敵を食らう
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Yuga 我が敵を食らう
And welcome back. It is Horizon Lunar Colony, which will be our next map. Teams tied here at 1 apiece. Naptime giving Band, by the way, all they can handle. Vixen, what are your thoughts here on Horizon Lunar Colony and 2CP in general?
I like 2CP because I'm a Rhine main, so I like 2CP, but I don't like Horizon. I didn't like Horizon before, and I still don't know New Horizon. I got thrown into a comp game the day of New Horizon was launched, and it's like, oh, I don't know where nothing is. Where are the health packs?
Yeah, they did really change up this map a little bit. You run sort of weird things, like you aren't able to go through the hydroponics bay to get into Horizon, which is a little weird, so it takes you up instead. But like overall, I mean, like this map is not sort of a favorite of anyone really, but they're going to have to suffer through it. So what do you do as a Rhine main, like on attack? What are you trying to do here on Horizon? Basically, are you bum rushing to the point? Are you shepherding your team essentially to positions that they need? How would you run Horizon right now if
Okay, so I'd be running attack normally, depending on if we have somebody like a Hanzo or a Genji or a Widow who tends to run up and flank. We'll just see about where everybody's at. Generally speaking, I go hard right through that side room. I don't know what it's called, and up the stairs
Mhm.
to this weird little lab thing, and then normally go straight to point. If people are there, instead of going straight to point, I go on the catwalk and then hop in through the little triangle.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Let's see here if Band, by the way, on attack here are going to be trying to do the same thing, as they are going to be running a Rhine Diva here. So Technician here looking like he's staying to the right, and looks like he's going to be following your advice. Looks like most of the team here is going to be shepherded over to the right here. Nobody really uses space, so looks like they're going to be doing your strategy here, going right up the stairs. If that's what they're going to do, remember, like, going below is a little weird, so there's no real entryway down below, except you have to come in a little bit. And Lokai here takes out Brave BLM initially on the attack, so but Manani gets BLM back up, and now it's just a kill fiesta here, as it looks like Naptime here take the advantage and take 2 kills here from Band by the Way, but Band by the Way still have players here as they sort of as Naptime here retreat back to the point. But looks like Technicians got res and McNaney got taken out, and that is huge. No mercy here by Naptime. They're not going to be able to sort of defend very, very well here, as they're still waiting for their Reinhardt to come back. No kill. Don Zeppe, though, does take kill Technician. Shiva can't go for the res yet, as it looks like Naptime is starting to recover with a tire being sent out here, and that takes out, oh, that tire takes out Grumpy Zero. But PLM was also taken out by a counter tire here onto the point, and it looks like here Boxer diving in immediately onto Rich Hobo into the back. They want to sort of nullify that DPS that's going on right now. McDanister gets taken out, and it's sent sailing here on the point by himself. Just all he could do is hold his shield up. This point is going to Band, by the way.
Yeah, if I would have been sent sailing, I would have just started swinging. Because if being Ryan and you're all alone and you're being just surrounded, just start swinging. You might be able to take somebody with you.
Yeah.
That's gotten me out of a few clutch situations, or at least started to stagger them.
Yeah, and I think he was at 82%. It might have been useful just in order to get his ult up here and to have it right before the fight started. Because you want to make sure that you can get that ult and give at least any advantage that you can. And look at that charge by Technician. Immediately can catch Chunks, and a Diva Bomb into the back takes out Don Zeppe. Very aggressive here by Band, by the way. They want to get this map over and done with right away, as the Diva here, Boxer, is on the point, preventing the rest of Naptime from coming onto the point here. Catch Chunks uses the shield to get back on, gets immediately deleted. Don Zeppe has to use Transcendence here to get onto the point. 97.8%. That is what the point take is. Don really needed to get on that point really quick. Sent Sailing charges in, doesn't get anyone there. So it has to sort of fight here on the point, and gets Earth Shattered from behind. Tills by Grumpy Zero here, and McNaney's here by the Junkrat tire, and it is going to be Banned, by the way, in a very, very quick time here on Horizon.
Did Diva eat that Zarya ult, or did she just throw it too far?
I think she ate it, because I didn't even see it on the ground. So that is actually a great play there by the Diva, if that indeed happened, because I didn't actually see it come out. So crazy there. So, but luckily, luckily that happened. So like that saves them. So now we're going on to attack here, and now it will be Naptime's turn, but 5:07 on the clock. That is daunting.
Yeah, there's there's plenty of time for them to come back and get more ticks on the clock.
Yeah, you know. So, like, what they'll need to do here is they want to make sure that they get this quickly. 5:07 really means it's like first push, take, and immediate, like, sort of rush take right afterwards. So, let's see what they come out with. Looks like Catch Chunks and Sent Sailing here are going Rhine D.Va. So no Zarya here coming out on their side, and Foxer and Technician here on the Rhine D.Va also. It'll be interesting to see where they position. Most teams will position on the upper right high ground as they're getting right to the point here. But it looks like to me Technician is going to hold on point.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, I never really know where to hold on New Horizon or even Old Horizon. I normally just kind of stay back around the point because normally when I play, my teams they're up here in the side room on the right side, or they're up on the catwalk right above point. So if they're needing me, I can easily get to them via either just going all the way to the left or going all the way to the right upstairs.
Yeah, we've
And
started,
hopefully, you know.
yeah, and actually get there. We've started actually running my team that I play and coach for. We've actually started putting a turret, and we run a Torbjorn on point A defense here on Horizon. Oh, it just shakes everything up. People not used to seeing it, so.
Oh no.
And it looks like the initial engage here, and it looks like they're going to go, they haven't decided whether or not they're going to go high ground. They decide not to, and they're going to go straight for the point here from the left. Lokai here gets an initial kill onto Brave PLM. So PLM gets taken out along with Sunsailing. This push is pretty much over now. It's just a matter of cleanup at this point. They do not get any sort of consolation kills, which might have helped as Hobo and McNaney are retreating back. Gunzepe gets deleted, and that ends that push right away. McNaney getting sniped there by Lokai at the very end.
Yeah, after those first two kills, I would have called that a reset.
No, you're absolutely right. Like
Yeah.
when you see the main tank go down, and you just are down 2 already on a hard point A push, it's over. And you might as well try to not give them as much ult percentage as possible. So here we go again. Sunsailing on try number 2 now, and it looks like Technician has positioned himself up on the high ground. And are going to try to sort of rain death here on the Naptime. As Naptime now, they're using the room to sort of shield themselves. Now they're all the way into the point. I'm surprised if they're going to be using this path. They don't lose a Usio to sort of speed them across and get that area healing that they need. Sunsailing goes down again. I think this is it. PLM here asking for a pause, but they're going to have to wait for the engage to be over before this pause actually happens. Gunzepe has to die, and now they can get the pause in. So the engage has to stop. There it is. So, might have been, yep, disconnect or a reset. Must have been some frames issue here. So, while we're paused, we're going to come back. We're going to go to a holding screen here. Naptime here on the attack. 2:16 here left on the clock. And they need to complete Horizon here to make sure that they have a chance to stay with Band By The Way, who has a 5:07 time bank. We will be right back.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
We are back, and now the pause is done here, and Naptime here had to reset. It looks like Brief PLM had a bit of a frames issue, so needed to sort of reset here. They're gathering back in spawn with 2 minutes here left on the clock, and immediately trying to get some early picks here on the engage. Naptime trying again here on Horizon to be able to sort of break this choke, and now they're going to the right side here, changing a little bit of strategy, as it looks like here Rich Hobo has gone to the Soldier 76, so a little bit of character changes too, maybe a different sort of stand. They're going to try to see if they can get Lokai here. Lokai, unfortunately, is able to sort of abandon ship, but with the D.Va going after him, that's allowed Sailing to get onto point. Charge comes in here by Technician, and Transcendence here was there to save Sailing, but Lokai here still gets 2 picks. Earthshatter comes in, and a D.Va bomb here takes out Catch Chunks. Boxer again on that D.Va, just looking fantastic. Now it looks like a Junkrat tire here, just try to finish off some people, and Rich Hobo here gets picked off by the tire. They're going to have to reset. McNaney abandoned ship, gets killed. Oh no! 1 minute here left on the clock. A 10-second stagger was not what they were looking for.
Oh no, they just blew through all of their ults. Well, with good reasoning too. They do have time for at least 2 more full pushes with this time left, but they just blew through almost all of their ults, like right there.
Yeah, and the thing about it is here now is like Sailing and Hobo are the only ones with ults left. Banned, by the way, here are bone dry, so therefore they're going to be coming in. If they can get a big shatter here by Sailing, or maybe a good visor here by Hobo, they're going to be able to sort of take this point. But they're still a little sort of held up here at this point, a little afraid to engage. Hobo is going to run directly onto the point here. He's going to run into Technician's Reinhardt. Grumpy Zero here takes Don Zeppe out, so they lose a healer, and McNaney Sir got taken out. That is big. With only 13 seconds left, they're not going to be able to reset here. Sailing takes out Mailman in the fight in the corner, but it might be too little too late. Sailing here is the only one here left on the point. He dies just as 3 seconds comes up. No overtime here, and Banned, by the way, take out Naptime here on Horizon 2-0.
Yeah, it's always, even with this new Horizon change, it's still point A is what everybody struggles with. I struggle with point A running on Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is like point A is just one of those, the strategy sometimes has to be, it's like, you know you're not going to make it, and sometimes it's just more important to get kills. So you don't want to strategize about getting to the point, you want to strategize about how you can sort of eliminate players one by one. That walk takes forever to get from point B Horizon, so it makes it a little difficult to sort of come back if you lose players. So now, looking like here, there's going to be a switch in teams as they're going to go red blue here. We're going to come right back. There's going to be a coach's break as we go into the final map of OWLET stage 3. Day 1, our final map is going to be, oh, I don't know what our final map is. Let me just go back here to the game preview. It will be Gibraltar. Yes, Gibraltar will be the final map. Stay tuned. Naptime are down now to Banned, by the way, 2-1 here in this first day game of stage 3. We will be right back.
The world could always use more heroes.
Yuga waga teki wo kurau!
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
And here we are, map 4. It is Gibraltar, and they always stick me here right by the rocket ship that's about to launch here at the very end. But this is going to be an important map here for Naptime. They need to win Gibraltar in order to stay in the series, and we will go to a bonus stage. It will be, I think it is Nepal, for the tiebreaker, a map 5 here, but they need to win it. And Gibraltar is a notoriously hard map for people, but as a tank vixen, what are your strategies here for Gibraltar?
I actually like Gibraltar,
Mhm.
believe it or not. On attack, I normally stick right to behind of the payload, and whenever there's engagements, I'll go to the front with my shields.
Mhm.
Whenever engagements kind of die down, or it's just like 1-1, I'll just go to the back, crouch behind the cart, and recharge my shields.
So what about on defense here? What do you think? Like, Banned by the way, they're looking like they're running a dive defense here. Is that normally something that you would do, or would you run it like on a Risa or a Reinhardt back up top?
I'd run a Risa or Ryan, depending on what my team's running. If I'm solo queuing, I'll probably get a Bastion or a Tor, so I'll have to go Risa so I can put my shield down here and hold this top corner.
Interesting, but it looks like here they're about to be ready to go. So this is an interesting defense. So maybe they're just trying to want to do this because of mobility, with regards to what is going on. But now it looks like where did they go? Oh, it looks like they came out the back door immediately onto the point. So, like, they're going to sort of came out. It looked like Banned by the way were anticipating them coming up and try to pushing them on the bridge. That is not what they did at all. They're putting a priority here on sort of pushing the cart as that they take out Brave PLM here as Mailman takes him out. Now they're finally engaging as now Trade's going back and forth as Technician goes down, but two more kills here coming from Banned by the way and a res coming in on Technician. So net loss of 0 here for Banned by the way. They're able to stop that push right away.
That worked really well. I mean, using a dive defense, they could just dive a healer, and then that could just halt the push right there. They'll just have to call it reset if they lose their Mercy or Zen.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So now, here they come back. Looks like here, they are still missing one player here. I'm not sure exactly where Brave is actually hiding. Oh no, he might be sort of flanking around trying to get a health pack. As they're going up top here, now they're following just sailing around, making sure that they can sort of dislodge this. Now Don Zeppe here is on the point with the Brigitte and just sort of moving that payload down. BPLM and sailing here get kills, so that is what they're looking for. As the rest of Banned by the way here are going to start to rotate, and they realize that this payload is through Car Wash, and now they're going to have to defend here on point A, but this is a notoriously hard point to defend. PLM gets taken out again by a Mailman who's been delivering on those orbs. Pretty insane. And now, oh, look at that. Earthshatter into the back. It does what it needs to do. Eternal Shiva gets taken out. Now they're just trying to wait for Technician. And it looks like a bomb here by Foxer, trying to sort of delay the point. Foxer gets back into the mech, unable to kill her. What a stall job here being done by the Diva. Technician couldn't even last that long. As Foxer here now trying to kill Don Zeppe, and now Foxer is taken down. Mailman coming through the door, thinks better of it. He's going to have to sort of retreat. Now they're going to try to push in through and see if they can sort of make space for themselves. That's what I would at least be doing, but it doesn't look like that way. They're content here to sort of stay on the payload.
Yeah, that was a really good stall that they made. I know last match I played, I stalled with Ryan and ended up getting 2 shatters and got nano boosted. It was crazy.
So that's what you can do there. I think they were depending mostly on Technician and Foxer here to do a little bit more work, but you can't work miracles all the time here. As Technician pops his ult here into the back to sort of just start dislodging people. PLM takes out Lokai here. Lokai not able to take PLM out of the air as he takes Grumpy Zero out of the air too. Lokai gets immediately res, so the priority here on the Widow, trying to make sure that they can make sure that the Widow keeps shooting and killing targets. Catch Chunks here and Technician going in a one-on-one duel. The Zarya looking like they're going to win it, but no, it looks like the ult here by Mailman is going to save Technician's bacon. But Mailman has to sort of back off, and Technician here is by himself against 4 people. Oh, he just got melted, and now Mailman here is by himself as Rich Hobo is advancing on his position. Looks like looks like Grumpy Zero here had to sort of fall back, and now Naptime are all over the place here, taking people out left and right. It looks like unless something changes here, Banned by the Way are going to have to give up point B.
Yeah, they're just starting to stagger in right now. They might as well just call a reset and just bunker down for next point.
Yeah, they're in terrible positions now. This is a great chance for Naptime to be hyper aggressive here, get all the remaining stragglers down. It looks like Mailman is going to just jump ship and kill himself over the area. He got put in a position where there was just nothing that he could do. Rich Hobo, though, gets taken out by Lokai. That's not going to really harm very much. The whole point is to get to the payload up the hill and just about to the corner, and that's when the real fight is going to really begin. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now it looks like Foxer sends a bomb here, trying to sort of save anybody. No, but takes Don Zeppe out, unable to sort of guard from the bomb. He was in the room, but just not at the right angle to prevent the self-destruct from taking him out. Lokai takes out PLM, and now a reset here being called by Naptime.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that fuel storage room right there, I've gotten hit by a lot of random bombs or I shouldn't have gotten hit. So there's something up with that room and Diva bombs.
Yeah, and I think maybe, like, you know, Foxer, knowing that, is probably using that to her advantage. As Lokai here, another big kill on the Rich Hobo, onto Rich Hobo. So Rich Hobo not going to be able to sort of contribute right away, and Lokai doing work, taking out PLM too. So no DPS here for Naptime, and again, they're just going to have to sort of fall back and reset. That was pretty much that was pretty easy there. So they have to realize that maybe they need to get to Lokai, find a way to get to him. Lokai with really, really low health. Sense Alien here maybe might want to consider going to a Winston and sort of diving in.
I'm actually not too good with Winston. I'd honestly probably still run the Rhine or maybe swap to an Orisa.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't really seem to be burning through their shields.
Yeah,
Their momentum stopped.
Yeah, and I think what it is it's mostly positioning errors here from the team. So Sense Sailing here doesn't get to the Graviton in time as Lokai keeps killing people left and right. Naptime here have been able to move the payload here under the second bridge, but now Grumpy is actually going to try to see ult and try to take anybody out. Foxer here gets two, and another reset here coming in from Naptime. Plenty of time left here on the clock, though, at 2:25, and they're just building up ults. Rich Hobo here and Sense Sailing and McNaney Sir all have ults ready to go. If they are able to sort of maximize this ult potential push, maybe they'll have a shot.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, looking at Naptime's in blue, right?
No, Naptime's in red.
Naptime's in red. Okay, well, Banned by the Way has a Nano Rhine, so that could go either way depending on how he sets up his Shatter.
Well, he set up his Shatter to basically hit a strike right there because he got everyone right there, right in the middle. There was no shield to prevent them from coming in, and now it's just a matter of taking out the Genji, who is just trying to be a nuisance there into the back line. And PLM just trying his best here. Make sure he doesn't want to get rocketed here by Brave, by Grumpy Zero, excuse me. So now they're coming right back in. They haven't been able to use any of their ults on the attack here still, so maybe there's the advantage. Here's the Nano Rhine, and a great Earth Shatter to catch his Technician, but all that's going to do is just sort of waste Anna's ult in the end, and Foxer gets another 2K into the back. This is going to end here for Naptime fairly quickly. They haven't even been making it up the hill before they're getting shot.
That was a great Shatter they made. Just too bad they couldn't capitalize it. That was a really clutch Shatter.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a big Shatter here. And now Sense Sailing here going to the Winston, realizing here that all the work that Lokai is doing onto this point needs to be dealt with. The thing about it is I think they're overcommitting here as they've moved everybody to the top of that point. Don Zeppe here on the point by himself is able to take Foxer down, so Foxer loses the mech here and has to sort of fall back. Couch Chunks here was naded, so he's purple running around trying to do best. Now this is the best that they've done in a while, but Grumpy Zero here able to take out two with that barrage before he himself was taken out. But unfortunately there, he did what he needed to do, force the Transcendence out, coming out from Don Zeppe, and they just don't have any push remaining. Couch Chunks here gets demeched with only 17 seconds left to go. This is probably going to be it. There's going to be a couple desperation pushes, but there's not going to be able to be anything really that's going to be able to be done. Looks like Manani Sir and Rich Hobo here, 4 seconds away from the point. They're going to just sort of jump in. Sense Sailing here will able to start overtime, and this is going to be it. The kills have to go. Oh, big Shatter again here by Technician. but McNaney's are keeping his Winston, keeping her Winston alive. But now we have a nano boosted Diva here onto the point, trying to get anybody they can. Rich Hobo takes out Technician, and a Diva Bomb here trying to zone. Does get Grumpy Zero here, so it's not over yet. They're trying to get these kills in. The thing about it is Shiva is being uncontested here as Catch Chunk gets DMAC onto the point, still fighting here onto the point, but it's just a matter of time at this point. It's a matter of time. Great PLM dives to the point, not going to be able to do it. And that's going to be that. Banned, by the way, able to prevent them from capping point C there on Gibraltar.
Yeah, wow, that was a really great hold they did. They weren't even able to hardly get up the hill.
Yeah, that was I think mostly Lokai. Lokai was doing just a crap ton of work, making sure that nobody came up clean. And the thing about it is some of those times it's like you get sort of headshot once, shame on me, you know. Shame on me, like for getting that, ho ho ho. But if you get shot twice, shame on you because it's a positioning error. Because you should know that the Widow is going to be there, so you got to stay behind the big blue wall if they're going to be running the Reinhardt, which is what they were doing there at the time. So, kudos there to Lokai and the Widow. So PLM now going to take his shot here at the Widow on defense, and there is the golden box of victory. That is where they, Banned by the way, need to take the fight, the payload, excuse me, to end this match and win it 3-1. Naptime will be trying to stop them at their damnedest. So now it looks like here they're going to stick here on to the dive. So Technician and Fox are still on the Winston Diva here, whereas Sense Sailing here is going to be defending with a Rhine, which is what you would normally do, right, Vixen?
Yep, I would normally defend with Ryan. Arista works too, but I've been starting to play Ryan more because I just feel like his ult brings more to the fight. Like, yeah, Arista's bongos, they do help, you know, in damage boosting, but I just feel like Ryan's Shatter, it has just so much more potential as compared to Arista's ult.
Yeah, and that's exactly what, that's why a lot of people will run Rhine here. And the mobility here a little bit too. Sense Sailing on that Rhine will be able to sort of position himself and charge out of fights if necessary. So now it looks like they're not going to take the high ground either. They're going to sneak around the back. And it looks like Technician and Foxer here are content to just sort of hang out the payload and just sort of move this thing in before they sort of dive in. They see what they're up against there, up at the top. And then here comes Technician with the Mercy here, trying to keep him alive. The Diva didn't jump up too, but Foxer I think was late, but was able to finish off Catch Chunks there. But Sense Sailing here is able to sort of come in, but he's getting a ton of damage here. But McNaney are keeping Sense Sailing alive, but they focused on McNaney as she dove into the back trying to keep Sense Sailing alive. The payload is still moving, and they really haven't gotten anybody else as Technician goes down, and now the payload is stuck in the car wash. The problem is, though, is that Naptime here is stuck on the low ground and unable to sort of defend really properly with that payload still not fully contested.
Yeah, they're both teams are kind of at an disadvantage, but all if they can get on top and just drop down behind them,
yeah, that
could probably work.
And that's what they're trying to do now here. So it looks like Technician and crew are up on the top, and he's going to try to dive here immediately on a PLM, and that's what he does. Recognizing that the Widow there was in the back corner, the good pickoff here as Catch Chunks gets taken out. Now, Naptime here, nobody's on the payload. They're concentrating mostly on fighting. They don't realize. Yeah, they don't realize it. They didn't realize that everybody had pushed forward. Now they're going to send 3 people up. We're going to try to see if they can take the camera up there to see what's going on. Lokai here pops Blade, trying to get into the back, trying to finish off Catch Chunks and anybody else that's going to be coming in from the spawn. Oh, and it looks like they trapped him down in the bottom here. Oh, goodness me. This is not good here for Naptime, and Catch Chunks trying to sort of trying to jump out of the way. McNaney sir actually gets immediately killed here by Lokai, and Catch Chunks gets DMAC. This has just been a disaster of point B, unable to sort of set up a defense. They've staggered McNaney sir. No, that was evil there by Bang, by the way.
Yeah, they pushed up way too far to my comfort zone, and they also kind of left the payload by itself for a few seconds.
Yeah, and now here, like, they're just in 6s and 7s here. It's not going to be a very, very clean defense here, as they're not going to be able to get any real advantage on this defense. But they do get PLM back, and now they do have a shot here holding it right under But what an arrow there by Grumpy Zero, taking out Rich Hobo's tire. So this is where they're going to have to defend. The Earth Shatter hits nothing, unfortunately, as Fox are putting more pressure here on Sensailing. That shield is going down. He needs to sort of swing away here. Unfortunately, there's nothing he can do about that. Genji Blade here gets popped, and a counter Transcendence here. Also, double Transcendence here on the point. It's an ult Fiesta as the Valkyrie was also popped in the air, but that payload is slowly moving here. And they're trying to do their best, Naptime, but it's nothing doing. They're going to cap, Banned by the Way here, are going to cap point B, and we'll have 4:45 here to win this match.
This match could still go either way. They have a lot of time on the clock, but they also struggled trying to get through this point right here.
Yeah,
especially up on the hill.
Yeah, so this will be one of those telling moments here. I'm surprised Lokai hasn't switched to the Widow at this point, because I would think that they would probably want to try to position the Widow here, looking down the barrel of point C, which is right there. But instead here, it looks like Catch Chunks is going to try to take that position. The Technician drives up top. I think that they're getting sort of ready for it. Lokai with that 60%, at 60% of his ult, is probably just waiting and biding his time, but a big bomb could just have ended it right there. Foxer gets 3 and a DMAC as it's gone completely wrong here for Naptime. Sensailing tries coming in, but that's going to do it. Banned by the Way here take Gibraltar and the match. They take it 3-2.
Oof, I definitely felt for Sensailing, because I know exactly what happened. Bomb fell either right on top of the shield or right to the side of the shield, so just a slight misposition of Ryan's shield is what caused this team to die. I have had that happen to me before, and that is not fun.
No, it isn't. It isn't at all. Unfortunately, it's just that Foxer has been featured on, as I said early in my intro, was featured in both stages with bomb kills that were just absolutely spectacular. So that is going to be that. Any final thoughts on the match here between Banned by the Way and Naptime, Vixen?
No, I thought that was a good match. They seemed pretty evenly fought with what I've seen since I missed the first map, but it seemed pretty good.
Yeah, that was a very, very good map. Naptime giving them their all there. They look very good against Banned by the Way in certain stages. Gibraltar there just was not, I don't think, their map of choice. They almost were able to get to complete, but they weren't able to sort of finish it off. But that's going to do it for Vixen Omega and I am your caster, Horahori, thanking Vixen Omega very, very much for joining me as my co-caster here for the last 3 maps.
You're welcome.
And shout out to Freezer Burn here, who had to ref 2 matches today. He was our ref today for the match. Fantastic work by Freezer Burn here. That's going to do it for us. Banned by the Way take the victory over Naptime 3-1. Join us again here. I will be casting again on Tuesday here. It will be day 2 of stage 1 of OWLET. Make sure you stay tuned onto this channel, subscribe to my channel, or follow my channel, and then follow the OWLET main channel too, as we also do stage recaps here at the end of all stages. So that's going to do it for our stage 3 map. It is Banned by the Way 3, Naptime 1. We will see you next time.